Hi, I'm Natsuko. I live in Tokyo and work a regular office job. Today, I'd like to show you how I spend my time when I have a day off. I love nature, so today I'm heading to Mount Takao. You can get there directly from Shinjuku Station. It's super convenient, right? When people think of Tokyo, they usually picture a big city with no nature at all. But actually, you can get to the mountains in just about an hour by train. It's perfect for office workers like me who are always busy during the week. We are getting closer to Mount Takao now. I'm so excited! Let's go! Yay! Arrived at Takao Sandwich Station. Let's head outside the station. Let's go! I arrived a little afternoon, so there are lots of people already coming back. But some are just heading up now too. It's supposed to be the hottest day of the month, so I guess most people started early and are already done. I usually work remotely, so my fitness has really gone downhill lately. But to be honest, I'm not a big fan of going to the gym. Oh wait, found something yummy! I see shaved ice cream and even manju. If I'm hungry on the way back, I might grab something. Oh wow, look at this cute little cafe! Let's see what they have. The matcha latte looks so good. Okay, let's move on. By the way, I heard matcha has gotten super popular overseas and the price has gone up. Is that true? How expensive is it now? Let me know if you know. And right over there is Takao-san Station. From here, you can either hike or take a cable car or chairlift up the mountain. I found the hiking route map for Mount Takao. Today, I'm thinking of taking trail number 6 to go up. I've never done trail 6 before, so I'm kinda nervous. Honestly, I'm kind of scared of getting out of breath on steep hills. When I get out of breath, I sometimes start to feel nauseous, and that really scares me. Like I said earlier, working remotely really makes it hard to stay healthy. But I'm not a fan of going to the gym, so I've been looking for a fun way to stay active. And recently I started hiking, and I actually really enjoy it. I think I'm getting kind of hooked. By the way, I heard that gyms are pretty cheap, especially in Western countries. Is that true? Okay, here we are, the start of Trail 6. Let's do this. Ooh, looks adventurous. So yeah, in Japan, even the cheapest gym memberships are around 10,000 yen, which is about $70 per month. Is that normal, or is that pricey compared to other countries? Are you guys working remotely too? COVID has come down, but are most of you back in the office now? I've been thinking about a career move lately. When I talked to friends in similar roles, I was surprised that there aren't many companies that still offer free remote work. If you are working remotely too, how do you stay healthy? Let me know in the comments. This is so relaxing. I'm originally from Shikoku in Western Japan. I came to Tokyo for college and have been here ever since. But sometimes, life in such a big city makes me forget that we are part of nature too. That looks like a small shrine or something. Let's see what it is. In Japan, mountain worship is a common part of traditional spirituality, especially in places like this. I'm not particularly religious or anything, but when I'm in the mountains, I kind of feel like I should be respectful. Like I don't want to upset the mountain gods or something. Anyway, in Japan, it's pretty normal to move to a big city and start living on your own when you go to university. So when I studied abroad, I was really surprised to see how many university students were still living with their parents. But when I think about it, living with your parents is definitely more affordable. So the idea that you have to move out at 18 was just something I assumed, not a real rule. But actually, living with your parents can be pretty tough, right? I saw a reel that said Asian kids are paying rent with their mental health, and it cracked me up. The path is starting to feel more like a real hike now. I'm starting to get a little out of breath, but I'm not feeling sick or anything, so I'm good. Today I'm on Trail 6, and I'm really glad there's no steep uphill section at the beginning. It's much easier on the body. Last week, I took Trail 1 up Mount Takao, and the steep start was so tough, I had to stop and rest every 10 minutes. Trail 6 is way more beginner friendly. I totally recommend it. This path is so lush and beautiful. In Japan, hiking isn't that popular among younger people, I think. How is it in your country? Of course, we have hiking clubs in high school and university, but they are not exactly mainstream. I feel like my foreign friends are more into hiking. A lot of my Japanese friends are like, nah, it's too tiring, so they are not really into it. Mount Takao stands at 599 meters. Since it's summer now, the trails are full of lush greenery. But in spring, you can see beautiful cherry blossoms. In autumn, the mountain is covered in stunning fall colors. Finally, I can see a rest area. Woohoo! Let's take a little break. Do you have a favorite snack for your breaks? I'm obsessed with this gummy candy called Sharimoni, made by a Japanese company called Bourbon. I especially like the cola flavor. I'm also a big fan of sour snacks like Suppamucho, which are tanju potato chips, and I absolutely love truffle flavored chips too. Oh, I'm drinking water. Good. Staying hydrated is super important. It's probably hot where you are too, so don't forget to drink some water, please. Can you believe this is in Tokyo? Back to the snack topic from earlier. I love chocolate too. I often buy imported sweets from a store called Kaudi. My favorites are Austrian wafers and Rittersport, a German chocolate brand. They are so good. The trail's getting pretty rough now. According to what I read beforehand, trails 1, 3, and 4 are for beginners, and trail 6 is considered intermediate. At first, I thought trail 6 was pretty easy since there wasn't steep climb at the beginning. But wow, that trail's getting really uneven and bumpy. It's been dry for the past weeks or two, so it's manageable now. But if it had rained, the path might be really slippery or even hard to walk on. I just found a little bridge. I don't know why, but I really like bridges. There's something cool about them. According to a book I read recently, there are 6 main types of bridges. And apparently, 5 of those can be seen just by checking out the 21 bridges over the Sumida River in Tokyo. Oh, I hear a kid crying. Is everything alright? Anyway, there's a river cruise you can take along the Sumida River for about 2,000 yen. That's roughly 13 to 14 US dollars. I'm thinking of going somewhere soon to learn more about bridges in real life. Sounds fun, right? Phew, I'm getting a little tired now. Okay, time to tackle this next section. It looks super muddy. Wish me luck. Let's do this. Sure, I wore clothes that can get dirty, but that doesn't mean I'm excited to get soaked. I'd really rather not step in the water if I can help it. Another muddy section. Let's keep going. Did you play in the mud when you were little? When I was a kid, I used to make mud balls, dorodango. There are always those kids who could make them super shiny, and I thought they were so cool. I only started hiking recently, but I've noticed that when there are lots of big steps, it really wears me out. If the trail doesn't have many steps, even if it's long, it actually doesn't feel that hard. Going downhill though, that's when it really hits my knees. Finally, I see a sign that says, "To the summit." We are almost there. The last section is full of stairs. My knees! This is tough. When I go hiking, I actually kind of enjoy seeing what goes through my mind when I hit my limit. But this time, I was so tired I wasn't thinking about anything, just blankly counting 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't really get many moments like that in daily life, moments where my mind just completely empties out. I think I kind of enjoy that time. I don't meditate or anything, but is this what mindfulness feels like? Oh, looks like I'm finally about to reach the summit. Yay! So many stairs. My legs are done. This is the last of the stairs. Yay! I made it to the top. There are a lot of people around, so I can't show much here. But let's head over to the summit area and check it out. I'm so happy I made it through Trail 6. Yay! I made it to the summit. I'm so happy. I want to check out the view, but let's take a break first. Today's lunch is a teriyaki chicken and egg sandwich and a pasta salad with sweet and spicy fried chicken. I got both from a convenience store. Itadakimasu! I heard that Japanese egg sandwiches are really popular with people from abroad. Is that true? Alright, now that I'm nice and full, let's finally go enjoy the view. Woo, looks beautiful. The mountain ranges stretching out are absolutely beautiful. It seems like there's a path going down. Let's check it out. In summer, all the greenery gets so thick that it's kind of hard to see the view. When it's not this overgrown, you can see a lot more, and sometimes even Mount Fuji. Hopefully next time I'll be able to show it to you all. There are some small restaurants and shops at the summit, selling things like soba noodles, beer, and ice cream. Alright, I've had a good rest, so let's start heading back down the mountain. Let's take Trail 4 on the way down. I've done this trail before and I really liked it. It's full of nature and there's even a suspension bridge along the way, which makes it really fun. Do you usually go hiking with friends? These days I often go alone, but I used to hike with friends more often. The nice thing about going with friends is that you end up talking a lot, so you don't notice the physical pain as much. It really helps. I've gone hiking with my boyfriend before too, and honestly, the best part is when he carries my stuff when I get tired. It's the dream. Today he's off at a swimming competition actually. He's got crazy stamina. I'm always impressed. Oh, a warning sign. Let's be careful from here on. Do you guys watch a lot of movies? I watch movies whenever I have a bit of free time. Doing the dishes or laundry is kind of boring, so I like watching movies or YouTube while I do chores. So if you are watching this while doing something too, that makes me happy. Some movies I've really enjoyed recently, well they are not super new, are Where the Crawdads Sing, Midsummer and The Triangle of Sadness. All so interesting in different ways. I actually discovered Where the Crawdads Sing because of Daisy Edgar Jones after I watched the series Normal People. She's such an amazing actress and so beautiful. Any other Normal People fans out there? I love it so much, I even bought the book. I haven't finished it yet though, the English is a bit tough for me. But seriously, Sally Rooney's emotional writing is so powerful. I'm basically crying every 3 pages. Anyway, the plot twist in Where the Crawdads Sing was amazing. I totally recommend it to everyone. As for Midsummer, I watched it because I love Florence Pugh. I mean, who doesn't love Florence Pugh? I'm not a fan of horror at all, so I'd been avoiding it. But in the end, my love for Florence won. Yay! I made it to the suspension bridge. It's not that scary or anything, but after walking through similar scenery for a while, it's kind of exciting to see something different. There were people around, so I was too shy to stop and take pictures. But still, I couldn't help getting excited. Back to the previous topic. I watched Triangle of Sadness because Harris Dickinson was in it. I saw him on Amelia's chicken shop date, and he seemed so charming that I got curious and had to check it out. Then I realized, wait, he was in Kingsman and even Where the Crawdads Sing. Turns out he's been in a bunch of great films and I haven't even noticed. It feels like a lot of Cannes-winning films tend to have some kind of deep or philosophical message. Is that always the case? Alright, from here I can either go straight back to the main street and Trail 1, or take a little detour and check out Trail 2. Of course I'm going with Trail 2. Trail 2 is getting even narrower, but it kind of feels like an adventure. It's fun. I've got summer vacation next month, and this year I'm staying in Japan. I usually travel abroad every year, but this time I got curious about what it would be like to just spend a year. I'm planning to explore parts of Tokyo I've never been to before, and just enjoy lots of good food and a relaxing time. One of the countries I really enjoyed visiting recently was Uzbekistan. The food was delicious, the people were kind, and it felt really safe. I love mosques, and it made me so happy to see so many. Of course, the famous ones were great, but the quieter, more local mosques had such a sacred, peaceful vibe that I really loved. Actually, something crazy happened on that trip. My friend lost her passport. It was only the first day of the trip, so I panicked inside. But I tried not to show it because I didn't want to make her even more nervous. But I honestly thought the trip might be over right then and there. Luckily, we were in Tashkent, the capital, so there were people who spoke English. Thanks to them, we managed to get the passport back. My friend had actually attached an AirTag to it, so we figured out where she had dropped it. Apparently, it was left in an Uber. We asked the hotel staff who spoke English to help us contact the driver and find out where he was, and we went to pick it up. It was super stressful at the time, but we were so relieved it all worked out in the end. Well, while I was talking, I somehow ended up on a pretty intense hiking trail. From here, the steps get bigger and steeper, and I remember this part being pretty tough. One of my friends actually climbed up this trail, which I think is seriously impressive. Just going down, it is already pushing my limits. Looks like I'm finally reaching the bottom. I can see the foot of the mountain. Alright, just a little more to go. Let's push through and make it back. The sound of the river is so calming. Oh look, it's the little stream we saw on the way up, remember? This little stream is also beautiful. I remember walking along this path and just desperately wanting salt. I was like, give me salt! Woohoo! Made it back to the start of Trail 6. Phew, that was tough, but it's all flat from here, so let's just stroll back to the station. This is the cable car. If you are not really into hiking, you can take this to the top for about 500 yen, which is roughly $3 or $4. We have made it back to the cable car station. Feels kind of nostalgic somehow. Alright, time to head home. There was a spot in front of the station where you can wash off your muddy shoes. It's such a thoughtful touch, super helpful after a hike like this. On the train ride home, I grabbed a bottle of salty lychee. Phew, today was so much fun. The trail was pretty rough and unpaved, so it was tough, but honestly totally worth it. And those views, so peaceful and relaxing. Thanks so much for joining me today. Feel free to stop by again anytime. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe. That means a lot. Hope to see you again soon. Bye!